Biohazard warning. Entering contaminated zone. Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, agents of all ages? Your boy Sly here with your weekly State of the Game coverage. So, as you are all no doubt aware of by now, May 24th, which is this coming Tuesday, is going to be the day that the much-awaited 1.2 update Conflict drops for us all to play. So make sure you guys get some space and prepare for that. Now, this State of the Game was relatively small. However, there will be a special report today at 1 p.m. Eastern US, which is 7 p.m. Central European Time. I'm going to have complete coverage of that, as well as a rebroadcast for all of those out there who have to go to work or school and aren't able to watch it in all of its gameplay glory. So keep an eye out for Twitter, or if you're a subscriber, your inboxes, and check out some of the goodness coming your way later today. Alright, well, like I said, it was a very short State of the Game today, but nonetheless, still bursting with new information. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive in and get the info out of the way, and I'll focus on a more complete video later today when the special report comes to a close. First up, let's talk about bans. Now, for those players who have started seeing your banned friends coming back online, tell them to be nice because the first warning is a 14-day suspension. Second time is a permaban, and apparently there were a lot of salty agents out there. After the initial wave of bans, they came back strong the second time around, and most of them became repeat offenders and are now permanently banned. They also sent out some warnings to new offenders, and those were all issued here recently, so I'm glad to see that they are keeping their stance. Finally. Next, Operation Isaac, something that not a lot of people keep up with, unfortunately, but the assignments are kind of a jumbled mess right now. You have the daily assignments that reset every 24 hours, then you have the weekly assignment that resets on Tuesdays, and Isaac was mixed up with that assignment, so it was hard to tell what was what. Well, now Isaac assignments will reset by themselves on Thursdays, as well as dropping their own special reward. Exclusive vanity items are now part of the Isaac assignment experience. I'm all about character customization, so let's see what new stuff we can look forward to. Next up, let's talk about stash size. Now, we are all feeling the crunch of the small stash sizes right now, and just like Destiny's vault space issues, the stash is something that needs to be bigger. Way bigger. And just like Destiny, it isn't something as easy as adding a few slots to a pre-existing area. Now, they go into detail about why it's not an easy fix, and you can watch that if you want to. It's on Twitch under the rebroadcast section, but in short, a larger stash is indeed on the way, but not with update 1.2. More than likely, it will be with the first expansion that's coming in June. They're also looking at weapon skins and trying to get those into vanity slots instead of mod slots, but again, it's something they are working on. We won't see it this update. So with that out of the way, let's get to the good news. While we're on the topic of stash, they are moving the stash boxes into dark zone checkpoints. No more fast traveling to the boo to clean it out. You can do it all from the dark zone. That is effing awesome. I've been waiting for something like that to happen. Speaking of awesome, all level 34 shotgunners and snipers are getting a nerf. Sweet! Now, they didn't go into a ton of detail about the percentage or how much they are being nerfed, but anything is better than getting effing one-shot by those assholes. Now, I tried to make a challenge guide for you all, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I got through it, but it was a wreck, man, and we only survived by a few counts of luck and a lot of security links. The incursion isn't that bad at all, except for the shotgunners and a few levels of snipers, but those 4 rounds of rushing shotgunners, that is what makes the challenge the challenge. Now, I recorded one shotgunner taking 3 of us out with 1 shot. If that isn't stupid, then I don't know what is. Nonetheless, this might be what we were looking for. Hopefully we'll see some gameplay tonight so we can check out and see the differences for ourselves. So, hijacking. This has some people talking. Most of it bad, very few of it good. Regardless of what side of the fence you're on, there are some good questions in the comments, and hopefully this will answer some of them from my last video. So first up, you have to hold X or whatever your action button is to hijack the rope, just like attaching your loot. Now they also have doubled the pushback. Pushback is when you are holding your action button, but if shots are hitting you, the gauge that shows that you are holding it will actually start to reverse if you're getting shot. Not only that, it is twice as fast as when you're attaching loot. So it's a narrow window, and that basically means the rogue will have to kill everyone to get a successful hijack. Second, cutting the rope will in fact turn you rogue. Now, upon hijacking it, you are giving the 19-second rogue timer for initiating the hijack. After the rope is cut, you receive a full 90 seconds. But while we're on pushback and interaction timers, they didn't just put it on hijack interaction. Every interaction that requires you to hold down the action button, whether it be X, square, or what is it on PC? It's like F, right? I have no idea. Either way, the pushback has been increased on every interaction. So that means if you're getting shot while trying to attach your loot, it's not going to work. The big one here are the supply drops. You can no longer pop your security link, open the chest, and then take your time with the boss. This new tweak makes that impossible. You're going to have to kill every enemy there in order to successfully open the box. Every bullet that will hit you ends up pushing back the progress when you are holding the action button. So much so that you might not even see any progress at all if there's still enemies around. Now, I don't mind it that much on supply drops because I actually want the NPC drop as well. But for those extractions with like seconds left and only one enemy left in the corner, that can now stop you from securing your loot, and that is something I do not agree with. Being a small team or solo player most of the time, these small but significant changes look to be a pain in the ass. I guess time will tell how much of a difference that they really make. But yeah, that about wraps it up, guys. Two quick things worth mentioning before I go. When 1.2 drops, PC players will be able to bind the Alt key, and everybody else, aim toggle will now be added. And yeah, that'll do it. Like I said, special report is today at 1 p.m. Eastern US time. If you can't make it, I'll have everything you need to catch up by the time you get back home. They will be unveiling 1.2 today with live gameplay. No pre-recorded clips, nothing like the last special report. This will all be done live, so that is a way better experience to be able to see it firsthand. But that's it, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Keep your eyes on Slide Nation for updates as more news rolls in. As always, the best way to stay up to speed is to follow @SlideNation on Twitter or subscribe here on YouTube to receive notifications. But it is a good time to be a Division gamer. Hopefully this next update will be the rebirth of the Division. But I'm out, y'all. As always, couldn't do this without you guys, and keep an eye out for more videos later today. But until then, this is your boy Sly. Done. Gone. Out.
Ammo inbound. Zone B secure.